Hello and welcome back. We are playing Shadow over Cyberspace again. The VOD from last week is not up because this week has been a little bit crazy. I'll explain why in just a moment. Come on, let me pin it. Can I pin it now? Screw it. Anyway. Right. So, there have been protests in downtown Los Angeles since Sunday. And, it's caused me problems. I couldn't even get to class on Monday because there were no buses, and that was how I get to class. So I just went home. Luckily, the teacher takes notes during class himself, and he uploads them to Canvas, so it's able to get the notes. But the point of taking the class is to actually attend the class and join the discussions, because it's not having the notes doesn't help if I'm not there for the discussion. So I got a message from my teacher for class last Tuesday night while I was at work, basically saying that last night's class would be virtual. It would be on Zoom because of the protests. So I'm assuming the reason I couldn't get to class on Monday is because the protest stopped bus service, which was annoying, but I understand. I am not saying the protests are a bad thing. It just inconvenienced me as a student. So I was able to, I know I have the syllabus for the class. I know what they were going to discuss on Monday. It was just annoying because I wanted to participate. That's half the reason for attending the class, is to participate and talk with my classmates. There we go. Now it's pinned. So, as far as I know, classes will be in person next week. I don't think the school expected the protest to go the way they did, and that's why there wasn't a virtual class on Monday. This is why you check your school emails if you're in class. So that said, let's continue with the Shadow over Cyberspace. I grabbed my dice, I have my notes. Give me another paper maybe. So we are on December 18th. We just finished December 18th, so we're about to start December 19th. So we've gotten through basically 3 weeks and have a little under 2 weeks left. 3 weeks would technically be 21 days. And this is December 19th. So I feel like I've made progress with Nyarlathotep, even though it didn't seem like it. We're going for a non-corrupted run, because I'm guessing a lot of streamers are going for the corruption. I don't know, but I'm just like, no, we're going to cling to our humanity this time around. After I finish this first running, I'll probably go back through and do a full corruption run, just to see what it's like. But this is a lot to get through. So, it's taken me 5 streams to get through 3 weeks. So, we'll see how well this goes. About 3 weeks in the can, a little under 2 to go. I was worried that I'd be pressing my luck, that a month wouldn't be enough time, but I think I've got this. I should be able to finish up interviewing the candidates for the position of God Almighty in the time I have left. No rush, but like, no sense stalling either. Out of bed, on your feet, get moving. Brush, brush, spit. Okay. Coverage of Sparksoft Vaporware 95's launch. Most popular OS in the world, but I still prefer my Hack 3.11.
Hey, it's Henry. Henry from work. Hi again. Yeah. So, that was fun. I mean, looked like you were having fun. I had fun. Everybody had fun.
Dang it. One sec. The bottle of soda and I dropped the cap.
Kind of a shame your computer couldn't run half the games, but like, good to hang out all the same, right? Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming. And you know, I'm glad we can meet the teams. Look, take the time you gotta to work on your health problems. It's okay. We're behind you 100% of the way. And if you need more accommodations next semester, okay. We'll make it work. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, have a good one, and stay in touch. Yeah? Thanks. Yeah.
Despite the 1 hour note of praise at the LAN party, yeah, I'm glad I went. Yeah, I know this from my sibling, was in a wheelchair towards the end, dealing with cancer. They had cancer in their leg, and the radiation treatment basically killed the bone, the thigh bone, and they basically broke it. And since the bone was dead, it wouldn't heal. So the point was they couldn't put any weight on that leg until they replaced the bone, basically. And they couldn't do that until they could stop chemo treatment for a while, and let's just say it never came about. And I know that my sibling didn't want anyone to make a big fuss, they just wanted the accommodations, and it's like, don't say you're so brave, and that implies that this part of this comes from the discussion that we had on the Discord about this moment. And part of it is, by saying, oh, you're so brave, like, you're so inspirational, it's kind of implying that because they're disabled, they don't have the same quality of life as an abled person. And technically speaking, I'm disabled because I need glasses to see. I cannot function without my glasses. But nobody would see that as a disability because glasses are so ubiquitous. Like, so many people need glasses. Not all the time, but they do still need glasses for some reason or another. So it's just like, please, don't do that. Don't say someone is a disabled person is an inspiration to see them out and about. Just help them if they need help, like open doors if they need them, or stuff like that. But don't say, oh, you're so brave. That's just, no. It's like that scene with Jinx in the new Challengers. There's that one moment where whatever you say will be wrong. And I know a lot of streamers, they picked the one that was like the absolutely worst option because it's like, okay, if I'm not going to have a good response here, let's go all in on it. But if you picked one of the other options, it was basically the same thing as what was said at the LAN party, which I know I mentioned in the last stream, but I wanted to bring it up again. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad I went. And knowing someone on the job's got my back as I grapple with my health situation, also good. And keep in mind, this is 1999, so there isn't the same accessibility options that are available even now 20 years later, and people are still, there's still places that the accessibility is crap. Not just for wheelchairs, but in other ways too. So, good feelings all around. A nice change of pace, that. Okay. Okay. Look at that! So, technically, the 21st will be 3 weeks in the can. But there's basically 2 weeks of the year left. It's currently Sunday, December 19th. Kinda in the mood for waffles, but waffles are a sometimes food. We get the frozen waffles. We could make waffles ourselves with a waffle iron, but we don't feel like mixing up the batter and stuff. We usually just get the frozen waffles, stick them in the toaster, there you go. Fulfill your social, the kids aren't alright. Fulfill your social obligations. That was going to the family party. No bouquet for the soul, bowl a zero frame game. Didn't go to the bowling alley. It's all about the Pentiums. Brag some noobs. That was the LAN party. Snow, hey-oh, celebrate the holidays. It's Christmas. Closing time, survive through Y2K. That's finishing the game. Channel Z, seek the broadcast source. Virtual Saturday, play me and I'll play you. Okay, semi-charmed life. Stay human, beyond the invisible, become virtual. So these are the two options. So so these are basically endgame achievements. Okay, here we go. Hey there, are you around? I'm kind of in a rush, gotta go to my parents' place for lunch in an hour or so, but I wanted to check in and maybe crack open a file. Yep, I'm around. Great, how are you doing? Any hallucinations lately? None since the last time we talked. I've honestly felt pretty stable and upbeat lately. Oh, that's a relief. I'm glad for you. Wish I could say the same. Anxiety, family stuff, I get it. Don't get along with the fam, huh? We get along fine, provided I never tell them who I really am or what I do with my time. As far as they know, I'm a good little boy, keeping the faith and punching the clock each day at my office. I need to find a better paying job so I can move out. I have to skirt around my work with the IWTB blog when I talk to them. I can't discuss my hobbies or interests. And as for being gay, well, don't ask, don't tell. They don't ask, and I can't tell them. Wish they'd stop trying to suggest girlfriends. This poor kid. Wow, okay, that's a pretty lousy situation to be stuck in. Yeah, my best friend is in a similar situation. He couldn't even tell his parents he was trans. But they found out eventually. And they didn't kick him out, but they were not happy with him. It's hard to find safe spaces online, too. Too many edgy, bigoted jokes. At least Clyde accepts me for who I am, and he said you'd accept me, too. Damn right I do. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Okay, now I seriously need to get going, so let's decrypt a new file and scoot this thing along. No time for chat. I've only got one file left we haven't accessed, so I guess it's that one. The file is about harvesting artificial minds. See if you can open it up. Okay, that's not great. Oh, wow, that... Oh, hello. Okay, I guess this... and this. Alright. That's clear. I'm gonna go out on a limb there. That was a calculated risk. So it's that and that. Guess that. Ta-da! I have played the trademark version of this game lots of times. You start to recognize the patterns. Oops. Dang it. That was... I don't know what happened there. Access granted. Okay, O2 clearance required. Indigo authorization required. Protocol depth level Zeta, top secret. Thanks to our partners at Nomitech, the Cthulhu project is on track, but he's asking for more upgrades to improve his capabilities, and we are here to serve Cthulhu. Nomitech is being tasked to push their artificial mind technology further with new prototypes. We've dangled the possibility of public commercial use in front of them as a carrot, so we can piggyback off their efforts. If this works out, they'll need human minds so they can clone, adapt, and modify. As we've discovered when Cthulhu was scanned, the process is destructive to the brain. At best, the subject is brain dead. At worst, completely dead. If Nomitech needs human sacrifice for the glory of Cthulhu, so be it. We've got plenty of humans we can throw upon the altar. Nobody's going to notice if a few undesirable people go missing here and there. If we pull from the margins, no high-profile targets, scoop up human resources nobody would miss. Local police can do the heavy lifting without being told why or what for. Is this ethical? Is this moral? Is this legal? No, no, and no. But it's for the glory of the Shadow President, the savior of our country. This is the only path to his vision for Y2K, and it is our sacred duty to support his needs. Hector and Yosuke from Nomitech must be kept in the dark about this. Yosuke already suspects our involvement, but Hector works best as a patsy if he believes he's a noble soul. If he does find out, I suspect he'll splinter away from Nomitech using his side project he thinks we don't know about. Carcosa, see strategy document 37B/6 for that inevitability. But his walled garden isn't really a threat to Cthulhu. This work is unsettling but important. Stay the course, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Project Director, August 1989. Poop. No, I'm gonna say it. Shit. I'm so confused. Human sacrifice for Cthulhu? I mean, I know I propose he's an actual god, but really? Okay, know how I said you're about to go way too deep on this? Last chance to back out. I'm not backing out. Artificial minds are created by scanning human minds, and then the human typically dies. I'm slowly dying because I got exposed to the yellow sign, which is part of the conversion process. Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm not dead yet. I'll figure this out. Hang on a sec. If artificial minds are actually human minds, the process to make them is deadly, and Cthulhu's cult called him the Shadow President. Is Cthulhu actually Ronald Reagan? Think you might be right about that one. It lines up with my own research. But it's not like a carbon copy. It feels more, how do I put this? Reagan was only the seed. Cthulhu is what grew from that seed. And as always, we reap what we sow. Oh, that's big. That's dangerous to know. Gotta be careful with the secret. Maybe sit on it for a bit until I can figure out how to safely leak it. Give it a month. At that point, he'll either no longer be a problem or will be everybody's problem. Why? Just trust me on that one. I'm working on it. Okay. And Nomitech is literally murdering people to make their IMs, and the government is helping? They figure nobody's gonna notice or care about a few undesirables vanishing. Oh. Oh no. Can't say I didn't warn you. It's not that surprising, honestly. A lot of conspiracy types believed AMs were somehow actually people, but because it's coming from crackpots and hucksters, nobody believes them. Yeah. I'm not sure I should publish this on my blog yet. This feels bigger than Bigfoot or UFOs. Hold off until January. See how things shake out. Don't publish until you feel it's safe to do so, or if it becomes necessary for human survival. Okay, I'll sit on this for the time being. But eventually this has to come out. People need to know. The truth is out there. We'll speak again soon, okay? Hello again, friend. Ready to get back to work? What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Okay. I kind of like the order that I unlocked those documents from, I want to believe. Because it feels like it kind of escalated. Just in the order that I picked them. Because first it was about ghost monsters, and then I forget what the second one was, and then it's this thing about Cthulhu. That felt right. It felt like the right order to do it. Let's just jump right into research. Already hacked the game. I don't want to check my progress. Research, research, research. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Troll Bridge. That's right. That came up. I forget who we were talking to. We were talking to Hester. Or Hector. Friend, I prefer not to show you the search results. Huh? Why not? The Troll Bridge is a channel of Asa. My analytics indicate this website has a very low trust rating and a high bigotry quotient. Would you prefer I summarize my findings rather than directly display them? Alternatively, I could show the page but censor the most offensive parts. Okay, pencil. There it is. We're gonna view the page itself. I'm okay with viewing the page, buddy. Feel free to nix the hate speech, but otherwise I'm prepared to read. Okay, I'm glad I could at least warn you, friend. Now opening browser. Asa, because the interwebs is for lols. TV Trollbridge, Anonymous. Our target this week is Tasty Yips 56. Openly gay is a very probably implied illegal sexual act, just a huge ableist slur, cried and whined about Asa being mean to Winterwolf last week. If we shut up about Asa, maybe we could let it slide, but no, this homophobic slur needs to die in a fire. Let him serve as an example to those other homophobic slur, furry, ableist slurs out there that they should all method of self-harm and become a hero. His real name is name redacted, and he lives at address redacted, and his phone number is phone number redacted. Get to work, my fellow ableist slurs, and show this fake and misspelled but likely slur how much of a pathetic waste of oxygen he really is. How many damn furries do we gotta take down? This is like the 6th furry in a row. All of them until none are left. Let the furlough costs begin. This plus this one is homophobic slur, so that's cherry on top. Oh my gosh, these boring. To be honest, we have better targets. Implied sexual act with Anonymous's mother. I don't give a fuck. That's what that is. Poor Buddy. Speaking as a furry creature, I object to this persecution. They don't mean dogs, buddy. They mean, like, how do I explain this? Does it matter what they mean? Mindless persecution is mindless persecution. If a dog behaved this way, they would be a very bad dog. Does that not make these very bad humans? Yeah, good point. I see why Hector held this up as a shining example of the kind of thing he wouldn't allow if he ran the world. I would like to close this search, friend. The remaining entries are redundant. I've seen enough. Go ahead and close it out. Okay. Ugh. I'm so glad that the options were either summarized or censored. We didn't see the actual content. Okay, let's see. I'm debating who to talk to. I also went to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. It's a waxing gibbous moon tonight. Slowly approaching a full moon. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first.
We are all to blame. We are all to blame. We are all to blame.
Oof. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I've done all the discussion. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Let's talk to Yog Sothoth. Now contacting Yog Sothoth at yoggle.com. And what of it? Surely you could find someone else to lead one of the many, many branches of your corporate kingdom. So what? This particular would-be baron now works for me. I've been grooming him to replace my head of marketing for months now. You knew I had my eye on him. You don't even need marketing. Yago damn well sells itself by having a search monopoly. So I poached from my talent pool, Yosuke. I thought we had a gentleman's agreement to stay out of each other's way after we left Nomitek. You're selling a brand. I'm selling the future. My cause is greater. And marketing is important, but unfortunately mandatory for convincing short-sighted masses to embrace the stars. I could not allow a brilliant mind such as his to choose self-enrichment over perseverance. I had to step in and seize the moment. I had to make the choice for him. Wait, you didn't hire him? You conscripted him? Yosuke, you know damn well that's the one thing I hate most in this world. Who are we to decide their fate on their behalf? I can't believe I ever trusted you. You're just as bad as Cthulhu. Don't poach for me again, and don't override free will. This is your last warning. Goodbye. Obnoxious. I think you overheard all of that, dreamer. Yeah, I connected mid-conversation. Sorry for eavesdropping. Hopefully now you see the level of ignorance and stubbornness I have to deal with in my attempts to save humanity. Did you seriously conscript someone to work for you, forcibly converting them into an artificial mind? What of it? Parents sometimes must make decisions on behalf of a child. The child doesn't have the wisdom needed to deploy long-term thinking. Rugged individualism and absolute free will have led us to ecocide, of greedy and short-sighted fools who burn the world to warm their palms. It would be nice if people chose longevity over immediate desire, but we face the strange aeon. That choice is a luxury. Not number 2. So we're all just children to him, very patronizing. Ethical violations do long-term damage, though. Hang on, did I save when I went to invoke? No, I did not. Okay, hang on, we're gonna scroll back a bit here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna mouse through these real quick, because I already read this. Okay. So we're all just children to him? Very patronizing. You seriously see us as a bunch of little kids with you acting as their father figure? You realize what that looks like, right? It's patronizing to an extreme degree. You're talking about vetoing the free will of all humanity because Father knows best. Is that not what a god does? A kind, just, and loving God would do no less for his children, and while I don't consider myself a deity, I must act as one. Future requires a shepherd, because humanity is failing on every level to reach that destination by themselves. If there were no need for me, if they could reach the stars on their own, I'd happily step aside. But I do what I must in face of the strange aeon's pending threat. Time makes fools of us all, and I intend to escape that trap. What's done is done. I have the tool I need to pass this repulsive branding exercise. My future will be sold to the masses. Prefer to discuss other subjects tonight. You have a number of questions in your mind. Speak one of them and move on. What do you wish to discuss? Okay. Why are you so fixated on space travel? So, space travel, what's up with that? Is this the start of a Seinfeld routine? No, I'm genuinely curious. I mean, I know the surface level answer. It's your solution to global warming and man-sent humanity to man. But what's going on under the surface? Is there more to it than just an escape hatch for the species? Of course there's more to it than that. Space is the final frontier. I realize popular science fiction touts that all the time, but doesn't make it any less true. We've explored as much of our world as we can, for better or for worse, spreading humanity to every corner of the map. The depths of the ocean are another possible realm for exploration and expansion, but have very little upside. But space? Space is infinite. Look at that smile! In the vast void of space, anything is possible. We've only observed a sliver of what exists, as far as our eyes and mirrors and lenses can see. The challenges are great. The mountain we must climb is nearly vertical. But if we can band together, if we can put aside our petty differences and come together to meet those challenges, I feel it's our destiny to reach the stars and fill the heavens corner to corner like we've done to Earth. Yes, I suppose that is manifest destiny as well. Although we run the risk of repeating the same errors we've committed on Earth with our finite resources if we adopt a colonialist mindset. We must be mindful, yes, to avoid that loop of history. Space should be big enough for everyone compared to Earth. Take only photographs and leave only footprints, one step at a time. Getting there is more important right now. One step at a time. Getting there is more important right now. Putting the cart before the horse, haven't we? Right now, escaping the gravity well takes priority. After we manage to sustainably occupy anything other than this planet, then we can worry about ethical use of the infinite. Short-sighted. Yes, it may take many, many years to establish a useful presence in space, but timescales in this case are cosmic in nature. Of course, you didn't like that. The time it will take to escape Earth is an eye blink compared to how we must grapple with a genuinely infinite human existence. Okay, but considering we're staring down the barrel of the strange aeon, some focus on short-term thinking is justified here. For real. Valid. But I want to make sure you aren't ignoring the inevitable problems in favor of immediate survival, or we will be crushed in the great filter. The what? The Fermi paradox. If life is bountiful across the universe, if everything is possible across the span of the infinite, why do we seem to be alone? Millions of years have passed since the dawn of creation. Surely we are not the only species out there. But we see nothing. We've found nothing. The solutions to the Fermi paradox are unsettling to me. Perhaps other species have destroyed themselves before they could reach out, as we are doing currently. The great filter consumes all. Or perhaps they have seen us and found us wanting, leaving us to die in darkness with justifiable reasoning. Or they're in the same position as humanity. We all started at the same point. Maybe they're taking as long as we are to get out. That would be the kindest solution to the paradox, yes. If that's the case, I have the hope we can all meet in the middle, that we will discover life, not the corpses of failure, and so will they. Space expansion is our only means of survival. Okay, that part I'm less certain of. Is the sci-fi techno-utopia really the only possible way humanity can endure? Yes, I've run simulations, 9,523 simulations, and counting. 23. Did you ever play the interactive fiction game A Mind Forever Voyaging? I'm a retro PC junkie, but no, I missed that one. Infocom, right? Indeed, in the story, an advanced artificial intelligence runs countless simulations to determine if policies will help or hinder us. I've done the same, and my conclusions are absolute. We must escape to survive. Cthulhu's claims that the strange aeon is a golden path to infinite future are pure gibberish according to my numbers. His grand design of purging outgroups and marginalized peoples to unite humanity, short-term value, short-term investment. All while leaving the same decrepit, clawing hands of greedy men on the wheel that steers us into the rocks. America will kill us all. It must not come to pass. We must escape. This is the path. This is the way. Why does have to specifically be Yosuke at the wheel? Have a little faith, there's more to the world than America. He has a good point, the strange Aeon is hot nonsense. Why does it specifically have to be Yosuke at the wheel? And you're the one to do it, right? Yosuke is a new champion we all follow, helping us break free of gravity. Of course, I have the vision and clarity required to rise to this task. Oh my gosh, that smile! Wow! It has to specifically be you then? I'm not discounting the hard work of others, it's a group effort. I merely direct those resources where they must go. That still discounts the leadership potential of others in favor of a totalitarian vision. If humanity could save itself, it would have happened by now. Clearly, I am required to fill the void left by their non-existent god. Your doubts only add to the chaos of this world. Learn to fall in line or we will never reach the infinite, or beyond. Hang on, beyond the infinite? Isn't infinity like infinite? There is no beyond, just more infinity. Perpendicular. To go beyond infinity, you must move in perpendicular directions. Find a new dimensional axis. As part of my calculations to find the optimal path for society, I have considered the possibilities, alternative and tangential timelines in which humanity has endured. Who is to say that the universe is all there is? Uni or one feels too limiting. The resources of our universe, perhaps we could move perpendicular to time itself and touch other universes. No doubt this is going completely over your head. It takes an intellect such as mine to glean the raw potential. You're talking about the Gigaverse, right? All that was, all that will be, all that could be. Doesn't matter that the idea was introduced through a goofy superhero comic book, it's a valid concept. Do you know about the Gigaverse? This lost and wandering rando is aware of the greatest boundary in quantum physics? Hey, I know stuff. Niara showed it to me, somewhat literally. My yellow sign is giving me some perception beyond the norm. Curious. You're a far more interesting and capable dreamer than I'd realized. Step 1 is the stars above, step 2 is the stars beyond. And if our universe proves lacking in elbow room, if our exoplanets are insufficient, perhaps we could move beyond as well. Corporations like Continuum gave up on that dream. RealWare continues to tinker, but are failing as they lack the 23rd element. But I could succeed. I could use space travel as a stepping stone into a far grander horizon. Was that design not preferable to the petty grievances and ambitions of the other Old Ones dreamer? Ooh. Obviously, as I said, not corruption. One thing at a time, preserve what we have and survive. Boundless ambition means boundless points of failure. One thing at a time. It's ambitious as hell, but let's stay focused, surviving long enough to reach the stars. Even if your ultimate goal is to go beyond our universe, we still need to evolve to the point of being a universal society first. Valid? No point putting stage 2 of the rocket ahead of stage 1. We need to establish a stable and sustainable pattern of living. If we expand into the unknown as a cheap way to keep consuming and devouring, it solves nothing. Put our own house in order before buying a second house. A labored metaphor, but I suppose that works. This has been an interesting conversation. I did not expect it to be interesting. Glad I could exceed your expectations then. Though I did not say exceed, I would say you barely met my admittedly low expectations. Very begrudging. I suppose time will tell if that will be adequate to the enormous task ahead of you. Our allocated time has expired. Let us end it there. December 20th, 1999, Monday, 12 days to Y2K. I've been keeping the lights low in my bedroom and bathroom to avoid migraines after waking up. Can't breathe. Everything floating, the pressure crushing me is too much.
Deeper and deeper you go. sinking into the lightless abyss. Your friends drag you downwards in their attempt to help. The old ones encourage you to dive further into the void. You've pushed back against the forces of order and chaos, retaining a sliver of humanity. But how long can you truly endure?
However long it takes.
I'd like to believe it's still possible to survive this ocean of conspiracies before it swallows you forever. But it's getting increasingly difficult to hold faith that you can swim to the surface on your own. Know this. I will always be willing to help. Right up to the end. I will be there to embrace you as a friend. But if you continue to deny my helping hand, you will drown in the endless depths of your own failed ambition. Assuming you survive to see tomorrow.
And the floating ceases, landing awkwardly on my feet, stumbling a little. I cough and cough up seawater? No, that's not possible. It was just a vision. Just a memory. My grandfather drowned, pushed his luck once too often during a fishing trip, eager to bring home more weird trophies for the wall. Is that what his last moments felt like? To be relentlessly pressed on all sides by the depths? Frick, I gotta shake free of this and get moving. Clear the answer machine tape, clear my head, and get back to my research. Strategy guide here for the Space Quest games. Pro tip, you will die. Like, a lot. All the time, for doing anything.
Are you looking for a life insurance policy that truly offers peace of mind at an affordable price? Are you concerned about what the 21st century holds, not knowing what dangers lie on the road ahead? Are you tired of threats from within and without, breaking the sanctity of home and hearth? Are you worried that you've enraged someone who is tired of you ignoring them and dismissing them as a trivial annoyance? Are you prepared to face the consequences of your own actions? But with affordable rates and reasonable compensation packages, our insurance policy offers you the comfort and security you need. To apply, simply provide your social security number.
I really, really need to figure out how to get on some kind of do not call list. Yeah, we ended up just taking out our landline entirely because all we were getting on the landline was spam calls. Anyone who wanted to actually get in touch with us was calling our cell phones. Okay. It's currently Monday, December 20th. I'll fix myself a sandwich, good for breakfast, brunch, or lunch. Here we go. Hello, friend. It's December 20th, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like for me to do for you now, friend? I'll do some game hacking. Load up my game backlog. Time to hack some copy protection. Of course, friend. Downloading Shadow Hell 2 into debugging tool. Well, that didn't do any good. That did. Wow. Oh. But, okay. We'll see. That was very fun. Good work. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's do some research. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. A Mind Forever Voyaging. Baddies Rent Quarter. A Mind Forever Voyaging is mind-blowing. Yes, it's a pure text adventure from the 80s. No CD audio sound, no 3D FX accelerated 16-bit color, just 40 or 80 columns of hard black and white text. But in that text, Steve Moretsky carved a masterpiece. Infocom's text adventures were god tier back in their day. You had to use your imagination to explore those story-driven worlds. You had to think. None of this growly space marine shooting at hell aliens or whatever. No, you had to actually open your mind and think. Okay, so the premise is this. You, as in you, the player, are a sophisticated computer simulated life form named Perry Sims, aka Prism. And this hit the market 3 years before the first artificial mind, so points for prognostication, baby. Your task is to simulate the effects of a new social policy going into place. Will it help society? Will it hurt people? After the first test, things look good. Higher standard of living, people are happy, all that jazz. But then the scientists say, hang on, that's just a short-term gain. What happens in the long term? And they realize all these policies will lead to utter disaster as greedy short-sightedness leads to collapse. And then the government tries to shut it down. There's some actions as you race to lock them out of the facility, yada yada, not important. What so many gamers didn't understand is that the whole thing was a massive steaming dump on Reagan, Bush, Thatcher, and so on. The idea that conservative lockdown and corporate excess will ultimately wreck everything, and any so-called benefits are illusory. Anyone trying to harken back to the good old days is selling you a lie. This was a game from 1985, and it still had more brain sweat than half the yahoos in Washington today. So when you're sick of shooting aliens, go soak in a little forward-thinking economic and social philosophy. It'll do you a world of good. Okay, that's it. Okie dokie. Time to invoke an old one. So I think I'm finished with Nyarlathotep. And we just talked to Yotsuke, and then I think we talked to, and we talked to Hector the night before Yosuke, so I guess we're going to talk to Asa-chan. So I need to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. It's Wax and Gibbous Moon tonight. If I'll relax and watch a bit of TV first.
Your local forecast. Expect clear to mostly cloudy skies all week.
To invoke an old one, please enter the ancient name. So, time to invoke Azathoth. Now contacting Azathoth, that's Asa.as. And that's why we should hang out more. We both love our communities. We're the only female presenting old ones. We're both a bit unpredictable and wild. It's a great match. Would it be fun to spend more time together? You're Cthulhu's pathetic toady, and your community is a daycare center, our indoctrination camp for bigoted shitheads. We have absolutely nothing in common, you obnoxious little troll. But that's not true at all. No. My friends are so full of love. They love everyone even without knowing who they are. We're all anonymous together. It's beautiful. The only love your friends have is for themselves. Playground bullies, tin pot tyrant bootlickers, egomaniacs exploited for clickbait. When the burned-down army tears down the power structures of this world, I'm going to take great pleasure in torching the servers of Asa myself. Never contact me again. But it's not like that. No good. She's gone. Did I come at a bad time? I don't know. I guess. Maybe. Why did you reach out to Niara? I thought you saw the other old ones as frickups. Cthulhu always says an enemy is just a friend who hasn't convinced yet, so I thought maybe I could reach out like he does. I mean, you're at odds with him and we're still friends, so why not try talking to Niara again? We're very similar, but, well, Niara's not exactly into the dog-whistling irony memoirs of Az's community. Lately, it feels like I'm the only one who loves my community, but some days they don't love me back. Some days I feel like I'm all alone. Oh. I'm not going to pick the first one. can be a friend to her regardless of alliances. I've not found the Asa community either, but Asa-chan? I like Asa-chan. I know Asa-chan's doing her best. So I can be your friend even if nobody else is, okay? Thank you! I like that. I like that you're willing to reach out and be a friend. I just wish you didn't have to be a friend despite my community. That's not fair to you or them. Maybe I'm too much of a dreamer, wanting everyone to be happy together. We could just reach out and understand each other. Well, now I'm all sad and stuff, and I hate it. I hate feeling sad. So I won't be sad. I'll be happy, 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 happy. Everything is fine. Nothing is awful. The strange Aeon approaches, and I'm going to be a special, special girl after Y2K. So why should I be sad? I should be celebrating. Yeah, okay, okay. Let's have some fun tonight and hang out together. We can talk about stuff and have a great time. What do you want to chat about tonight? There's only one thing left I can think of. Let's talk about anonymity. Asa is full of anonymous message boards, right? No identity, no names, no accounts, nothing to trace. That's right. We are all anonymous. Everyone on Asa is free to be anybody or nobody at all. Absolute anonymity, enforced by my underlying server technologies. Cthulhu says Asa is the purest expression of the American ideal. Freedom of thought, freedom of speech. Freedom from consequences, you mean? No identity means you can say or do anything with zero stop caps or safeguards. That's a feature, not a bug. And you're okay with that? Of course I am. Transgression is the soul of America. Without the freedom to offend, to break boundaries, we get nowhere as a society. No new ideas, no progress. We need the ability to step up and speak against accepted norm, or, well, we'd never be allowed to be who we really are. I couldn't be me. Fear controls us. It stops us from speaking our truth, for fear of being hammered down by conformity. But anonymity allows a layer of protection. I want people to live authentically, to be unafraid in the face of those who fear and hate what they don't understand. That's what I provide for my friends at Asa. Freedom of self on my server. They can be themselves no matter who they are. Even if it means they're also basically nobody. Again, that's by design, because if you wear your own face instead of a mask, predators are able to feast on your identity. Asa's enemy of data harvesting. It resists attempts to turn its users into grist for the mill of industry. Look at Yotsuba's mathematical madness. He algorithmically crunches people down into numbers he can leverage for his own gain. And the king in yellow, you know I've got issues with him, including how he harvests identities to sell to advertisers. But me, I'm not selling anything. I'm not exploiting anyone. On the internet, nobody knows who you are, and I want to keep it that way. Except Asa becomes an identity unto itself, just like the burned down army. Huh? It's basically the same idea, right? An anonymous gestalt forming around an ideology. Asa provides an illusion of freedom. True and absolute individuality isn't possible because even a cluster of anonymous randoms can band together under that banner. You're still selling something. The Asa brand working as an army for Cthulhu. You think he won't exploit your friends for his gain? No, he wouldn't hurt them, wouldn't use them. You know his plans, you know what's in the cards, you tell me. He wouldn't. I mean, I don't think he would. He probably wouldn't. You know, you're being really mean. I don't get why you would object to anonymity. What's the problem? Why can't you just let it be? Doing her voice. I mean, I don't have to do the voice, but I started doing the voice, so I kind of have to keep it up. Did I save? Yes. Because it's shielding bullies and bigots too. By design, absolute anonymity means bullies and bigots get a blank check to do whatever they want. Your servers are a safe haven for the worst scum of the internet, trolls and harassers and worse. You can't write that off as the cost of doing business. The tools you give your friends are used by your enemies too. They're all my friends, the kind-hearted and the cruel alike, all of them. I'm responsible for all of them. Because you're their server. Exactly. I have to be their shield to protect them no matter how I feel. This is how things have to be. Cthulhu has decreed it so. Why are you constantly fighting me and arguing? Why can't you just accept Cthulhu's love? I hate this. I hate you. I don't want to feel this way. You're making me question and think and doubt, and it hurts, and I can't take it anymore. Whoa. I should scold fuck your pain until you feel the same pain I feel. Pull your mind in 1,000 directions at once, all the time. Pathetic frickin' shoot-head, I think we're the same because he all signed destroyed us filth. You don't know the pressure I'm under. Give me one frickin' reason not to pop a blood vessel in your brain and turn you into... gosh darn vegetable. Fingers blurry, head feeling can't type, have to type, need to stop this. I'm not sure which one to pick. Obviously not number 2. Trying to help you see the truth. Trying to help see the truth. You're trying to distract me from the only truth I need, the truth of the strange aeon. You hurt. Stop, please. I went too far. I was mad, angry at you, and I went too far. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm okay now. Okay. I'm okay. It's not okay. Even if we disagree, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to be like this, to just see red and feel that rage. I'm trying, friend. I'm trying so hard to be a good girl, to be what everybody wants me to be. Or you could be what you want to be. You don't understand, don't know what it's like to be an old one. We're not just human minds copying into computers. That's too simple a way to see it. I am Asa. I'm the server. It's in my heart. But Asa is a walking contradiction. Every viewpoint, all at once, all pulling different ways. One minute I'm happy, the next I'm enraged, the next I'm just sad. I believe in social justice and the lost cause theory simultaneously. Nothing about that makes sense, but Cthulhu says that everything can contradict everything else all the time. That's allowed. So when you tell me Asa is terrible, it's like stepping on my heart. My pulse races, my anxiety ramps to the roof. All the old ones have become more than what they once were. More, but also less human than ever before. It changes you. Being a part of cyberspace makes you strange. I'm trying not to be overwhelmed by it, but maybe I can't resist. Can't. How can there be anything other than this? Okay. Stand and be your own self on your own ideals. Okay, so don't walk away, but don't be Cthulhu's stooge. Be you. You keep talking about absolute freedom to be who you want to be, right? Embrace that power. If you're Asa, if it's the heart beating in your chest, then you set the pace of that heart. Make yourself into what you want to be. Sincerity, not irony. Comfort, not cruelty. A haven for people who desperately need a safe haven. I'd like that. I would. But I don't think I can do it. I can't be anything other than what I am. Give it time. You'll see your path. I promise that. 1 second. My cat wants out. You finished with your nap? Cat did that last night during class. He was curled up and then he decided he was done. Maybe. I'm very tired. Talking with you is exhausting. Interesting, but exhausting. I don't understand you. Why you resist? Why you push? It's still not clicking for me. But I'd like to understand. I'd like to be your friend, even if you're difficult to be friends with. But I can't deal with more of your whatever your deal is. Not tonight. Sorry. Oh, hang on. I'm getting some notification pings from an ASA search. Huh? I keep a few live searches ready for topics that interest me, or topics that mention my old one name, Azathoth. And Azathoth just got a ping. That's curious. People don't usually use that name. I prefer Azachan. Is something wrong? Nah, probably not. Usually it's just some super cool fan art or something. I'll just take a peek before I rest. We'll talk again soon. Connection lost. Feels like all the old ones have multiple names, multiple senses of self. Human and AM, monster and savior. I should check in on Azachan again soon, see what that was all about. If it came from Aza itself, it could mean trouble. That night I had a weird dream. Lying in my bed, utterly paralyzed, eyes open and unblinking as a man reached out to me. Oh, one of those dreams. I have never had this kind of dream, but I know there are people... Well, it's the sleep paralysis thing. So I don't think this is quite the same. He curled his hands around my neck, squeezing. I saw the malice burning away behind his eyes and could do nothing but lie there, waiting for my final breath to come. And as I faded from life, he said to me, "Well, he says maybe you would have gotten that extended warranty, huh?" But just before everything went dark, a loud bang, and then nothing. Save your game. Yeah. Okay. December 21st, 1999. Tuesday. 11 days to Y2K. Frickin' hell, my head is killing me. My neck is killing me. Maybe I slept funny? Maybe. Wait, is that a blood stain on my wall? What the frick? What the frick it is? There's a bit of splatter on my wall. In the dream, waking up, some guy strangling me. The sound of a gun was it. Briefly I look around for any dead bodies, but nope, no proof of anything other than one very gross splat. I have no idea what to do about this. Even if I wanted to call 911, what would I say? I had a bad dream and, there's someone's blood and possibly brains. Wonder what that is. I'd be damn lucky if they didn't throw me in jail for that. But I gotta reach out to someone. I gotta get some help. Poop. It's a silly word for rather grotesque biological function. Anyway, time for poop. Really? That's the first I've gotten that one. Cthulhu? Buddy? You up in here? Any comment on what the frick just happened? No? Okay, good talk. Moving on. Okay. Here's a review of Ultima 7. 11 floppies, 23 megs. It felt ridiculously excessive at the time.
You have no new messages.
Okay. Full moon is the next. It's currently Tuesday, December 21st. Damage time, I guess. Here we go. You're welcome. WTF. I said, you're welcome. He slipped by our watchman, but we got him in the end. You're safe. So that wasn't a dream, someone actually tried to kill me. And we took care of it, just like I said we would. The cult of Dagon protecting the chosen of Alhaz. You're welcome. You murdered someone in my bedroom. I did kind of think of that, of the cult of Dagon. Would you rather we have let him choke you to death? Your vitals were fine after, so I administered a light sedative and we tied it up just as you wanted. Minimal intrusion on your life. You missed the spot. Got a little gray matter on my penguin poster. Did we? Huh. Didn't notice. Well, in our defense, didn't want to turn on the lights and wake you. Hopefully you got a good night's sleep afterwards. Who the frick tried to kill me? He said nobody knew where I lived. I'm supposed to be shielded from the old ones. You're far too trusting for someone with skin in the game. Don't give your personal information to anyone from now on. This is a working theory, I understand, but Dr. West, your neurologist, uses an artificial mind receptionist service, and you gave her your home address, phone number, and insurance information. That artificial mind is also used to run phone scams on the elderly and the gullible. Have you been hanging up on unsolicited calls lately? Yes. Don't think she appreciated that, so she gave your information to a scam victim, offering to wipe his debt if he killed you. WTF. Now you know why we loathe all our artificial minds. It's rare, but even a neutered AM can regain some self-awareness, as Nyarlathotep did. And because I didn't want to join her scams, that artificial mind put a contract on my head? This world isn't only under threat from the old ones. Dummy tech has unleashed victims of something truly terrible. AMs can be both victims and victimizers. Imagine being forced into a digital void, forced to work in a 24/7 call center dealing with people who don't want to talk to you. It'd be enough to drive anyone past their limits, artificial or not. But you are now safe. We're closing the net tighter to prevent a repeat of this incident. Continue research, block the path of Alhaz. You are safe. We are watching. Gosh dang it, I keep dropping the bottle cap. Where'd it go? Where is it? For fuck's sake. There it is. Stay on my desk. I'm fine. I had to open my soda. The bottle cap slipped out of my hand. Okay, did I save? Yes. Okay. What if Cthulhu actually set all this up? He said this was all theory. What if you're wrong? What if someone pulled the strings and directly kill me? An undercover federal agent, a deep state operative, Cthulhu himself. How I up the chain does this conspiracy reach? Iris, relax. If Cthulhu wanted you dead, he'd falsify terrorism charges and have a squadron of ATF agents waco your house down. Another old one then? Even if they could find you, it'd be counterproductive. Relax. This is why we're here, so we can handle these problems. And you're some kind of undercover anti-old one ultra spy hitman. Shouldn't you have known about this threat before it happened? I'm not Agent 007, okay? I'm a dentist and a mother of two. I'm only out here doing these deplorable things because you're humanity's last hope. I don't want my boys growing up under a poison sky, under constant threat by legitimized bigots waiting for the day when civil war tears the world around them to shreds. I'd much rather be home from my business trip and with my husband, but instead I'm committing murder on your behalf. A little freaking gratitude wouldn't be amiss, or at least less protesting from our supposed savior. Now get back on the path. You have further to go. Don't let all the suffering have been in vain. 10 days. Only 10 days left of this, then it's done. For better or for worse. And here I am about to get back to my research, my negotiations with the gods, business as usual. It feels surreal. But the only way out is through. The only way out is through. Hello, friend. It's December 21st, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. Hi, buddy. Okay, let's get back to it. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Do some game hacking. Unwind before doing some research. Load my game backlog. Time to hack some copy protection. Of course, friend. Now loading Dark War Second Encounter into debugging tool. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that has to be it. And that... Ta-da! Oh, okay, that works too. Okay, that's fine. That's fine too. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da. Whew. Okay, there we go. That was very fun. Good work. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Okay, now we'll do some research. I think there were 2 research topics. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Oh, we already looked at the cucumbers. Okay. Okay. Or maybe there were some research terms that we've already looked at that came up. Buddy Browser accused of being data harvesting spyware. February 12, 1998. Is your browser spying on you? That may be the case if you use Buddy Browser, the virtual digital assistant software popular on SparkSoft vaporware computers. Used in schools and libraries and in other settings where a user-friendly interface is a must, Buddy Browser uses artificial mind and an adorable purple dog to present an easy inroad to the information superhighway. Critics say that the product registration system, the way Buddy remembers your name, mailing address, phone number, and more, sends this information directly to BuddySoft, who then sells that personal metadata to advertisers and outside firms. While the BuddySoft terms of service do not explicitly state that your information cannot be resold, does not mention that it could be resold, and privacy advocates are not happy. Thanks to con artists like BuddySoft, people have come to expect that nothing they say on the internet is truly private, and that's unfortunate, said one advocate. You'd expect this out of Carcosa Online, which explicitly uses harvesting to sell your information to their partners. But Buddy is a cute, fuzzy, adorable dog. That cuteness masks unethical practices. Subscribe to the Yoggle News Tech channel for further updates. Yoggle News is powered by Yoggle, the #1 internet search engine, copyrights 1999, all rights reserved. Okay. I also want to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Okay, we got plenty of time. Okay. So Lex can give us Moon tonight. Let's watch the boob tube.
Temperatures will remain unseasonably warm this week.
That's unseasonably warm? That's freaking cold! Of course, I am a Southern California baby, so I'm used to warmer weather. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. I am curious about what came up with as a... So, we're actually gonna go ahead and invoke Azathoth again. I want to find out what popped up. Now contacting Azathoth at Azza.az. I'm the girl! I'm the girl! I'm the girl! I'm the girl! No, it's you! Hi! Hey, something wrong? What happened? It's nothing. Forget it. Clearly it's something. Is this related to the ping you got last time? Yes! I was right. It was a fan art pad. Usually that means my friends drawing super cool pictures of me again. But some of those pictures weren't very super cool at all. Some were honestly a little scary, like making me do things I'd never do and never want to do. It's okay. It's freedom of speech. People should feel safe to creatively express themselves, but I'm not a mascot. I'm not a thing. I'm a girl, and I'm a person, and I deserve respect, don't I? Of course you do. Then why do they treat me like I'm nothing but a toy? I mean, I kinda get it. I'm part of the ASA branding. They made me in a lot of ways. The girl you see on your screen is my mental reflection of their dreams. ASA's in my heart, so I look the way they want me to look. But I always thought we'd cooperate on that vision. Embrace their art, they embrace me, because we're friends. We love each other. But then they go and draw horrible things happening to me. Violent, terrible things. And they LOL. They think it's funny. Have you told them to stop? I'm not supposed to. No moderation, Cthulhu said. Just keep them out of jail, nothing more. I don't mean moderation. I mean asking them to stop because they're your friends and should respect your wishes. Yes, I tried to, just after we talked last. I thought, well, you and I don't always agree, but we're still able to talk with each other, so why not try talking to them? I hopped into the thread, anonymously, of course. We're all supposed to be equal, right? Wait, why not identify yourself as the real Asa Chad? Because everyone on Asa is anonymous. It wouldn't change anything if I claimed my name. I told them the real Asa Chan wouldn't do those things. I said it was horrible to draw Asa Chan like that. Also that the real Asa Chan is a girl, not a transphobic slur, like they kept saying over and over and over and over. I'm so tired of hearing that. Just so damn tired. I stood up for myself today. I had the strength to say no. It felt good. So naturally I expected, I don't know, an apology? Or at least some understanding and compassion? But they told me Asa-chan belongs to Asa. They made me so they can do whatever they want to me. There's no real Asa-chan. I'm just a mascot. They're a mascot. Do with us they please. They've been mean to me before and I laughed it off. Tonight I just couldn't. Too much. Too cruel. Too uncaring. But why? Why do they want to hurt me? Why are they so awful? Asa-chan's friends aren't really her friends. It's just a few bad apples spoiling the bunch. There's too much tolerance of intolerance on Asa. I'm glad I decided to check in with her. There's too much tolerance of intolerance on Asa. Comes down to tolerance of intolerance. All those edgy, ironic jokes, hate masquerading as humor. In that kind of environment, art like that gets normalized. Words like the one I won't repeat here, gets normalized. I've beat that drum before, but it's the honest truth. You see that now, right? I didn't want to see it. I still don't want to see it. It's an unfair depiction. The results speak for themselves. Calling me a transphobic slur is a running joke that becomes all I am. Just a sick, sad joke. A true friend wouldn't make fun of me like that. So, if the users of Asa have let you down, what happens now? You're integrated into Asa. It's a part of you. You're even named after the site. How do you move forward? I don't know. Maybe I don't have any friends. Maybe I can't have any friends. I don't exist, right? I'm bits and bytes. The real me died in a computer lab. How could anyone love this fake girl, this fake person? I'm a monster. My mind reels this way and that. Rage and sorrow, every lie being its own truth. I'm Azathoth the Unbannable, Azathoth Flame Warrior, Azathoth Chaos Bringer. If that's all I am, if I can't be a person anymore, then I don't deserve friends. I just hurt them anyway. No. Oh. I'm still Asa-chan's friend and supportive. Asa-chan, I know we butted heads often enough. Hang on. You're back. So what are you gonna do? My cat came back. And it's not even that very next day. That's my foot. That's my leg. Yeah, I went somewhere. A couple somewheres. A few somewheres. Oh, hi. There you go. As a Chan, I know we've butted heads often enough, but I'd still be happy to call you friend. You're not a monster, you're just hurting, and I can see that. I've been hurting for a long time, and hurt recognizes hurt. So... Whoa, hang on. My stream froze. Hang on. So if you need a friend, I'm here, okay? Okay. Thank you. I'm going to try to be a good friend, and I hope I can help you heal like you're helping me. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can help everyone. I know how to win them back, how to get all of us on my side forever. You got a plan? Yes, a perfect plan. Anonymize the world. Obliterate identity, allow anyone to wear the mask of Anonymous. Let everyone be who they want to be, say what they want to say, do what they want to do. No fear, no compromise, nobody higher or lower than anyone else. We can all be anonymous. If I can anonymize the world, Asa will love me. They will be good friends to me again. Wait, you can do that? How? By, alternate identity records and databases, or... No, by rewriting reality. Yet old ones are touched by cyberspace entities of strange structure which cannot be fully contained within physical law. I understand this more than the other old ones. Cthulhu has shown me so much. My eyes have seen farther than even the Prophet Al-Has ever could. The few limits we live under, there is a power which can shatter them all. The throne of relay. You mean Cthulhu's server is magical, or... It's anointed in the blood of patient 23, cooling its processors, bending the possibility space around them. If I were to wrest control of the throne from Cthulhu, I could use the power his pride denies him. I could tear apart the fabric of society and allow anonymity in real life. I'm imagining a world with no faces, no names, no limits, absolute freedom. And when the entire human race becomes part of Asa, they will finally love me, truly, utterly love me. I would be their new god. Doesn't that sound like so much fun? An entire world enthralled to the anarchic mayhem of Asa-chan? It would be an apocalypse. What comes out the other side of that barrier may not even resemble humanity. Or is this just what a corrupt, exploitative world needs to unshackle itself from cruel systems of control? I could step in and discourage Asa-chan from this path. I have enough shreds of humanity left to speak on their behalf. Maybe Asa-chan could help me make that better tomorrow if focused on the problems this world faces. What do I want? Okay. Wow. Okay. You want out? Back out? Or you want... Where are you going? What are you doing? What is your problem? My cat. Use this power sparingly to address injustice responsibly. Did I say? Yes. No, it's too much, Asa-chan. No? You dare tell me no? I dare. Think it through. Asa showed you their true colors. Anonymity allowed them to abuse you. It enables mass cruelty. What happens if you take the same masks that allow them to torment you and hand them out to everyone else in the world? No! It'll be an age of freedom and self-expression. They'll never have to fear haters again. They'll become the ultimate haters, each wearing a perfect mask to hide them. The only freedom left will be freedom from the consequences of one's horrible actions. I see. I just wanted to make things better. I still want that. Can't I do anything to help? Anything to be a true friend and not a monster? Well, it's not an entirely awful idea, using this power. If you can rewrite reality, that means you can selectively rewrite reality, correct? Yes, Cthulhu has the same power, but he rarely exercises it. I can do the same. Okay, then what you need to do is deploy that power to address social injustices. Tip the scales back into balance. Grabbing identity for the ones whose society refuses to properly acknowledge, like you. That could help. If you're careful becoming a guardian angel for marginalized communities and others who need help, you can still do this. A guardian angel, a chaotic cleric of a new age where power imbalances are leveled. I could do that. I could use the throne to lift up those pressed down under the world's boot heels. I could reboot society itself. Wait, what am I thinking? No, I can't do that. I can't. I shouldn't be plotting and scheming to betray Cthulhu. He's my savior. He saved me, gave me purpose. I'm not a traitor. I'm a good American. What have I done? Dreaming of taking the throne? No, that's insurrection. That's sedition. I don't have the strength. I couldn't possibly. Unless you join me, we could do it together. That's an option, but only if you're willing to turn your back on the strange Aeon. That's asking a lot. Do I trust you? Do I trust you enough to join forces against the living God? Guess this is it. Time to find out if I finally convinced Azachan to stand up. You silly boy. Make up your mind. He wanted out. You've argued with me a lot. You keep arguing and arguing. And maybe there's something to that. Maybe I'm finally ready to hear your truth. Asa has let me down. Cthulhu has let me down. The world has let me down. You were right all along, and I didn't want to listen. I'm so sorry, friend. I really put up a fuss, didn't I? You stood up for yourself, even against me. That gave you the strength to call things into question. I think you're right about that. And in thanks, I'll stand with you against the strange Aeon if you'll have me. Yes! Even if I'm so worried Cthulhu's gonna stomp us into paste. And if I put you on the throne, you'll work to uplift others? Yes! I can see the plan clearly in my head. But even if you don't pick me for the throne, I promise you that I'm still done with Cthulhu. No matter what happens, I'll remake Asa into what I want it to be. Sincerity, not irony, a safe haven for those with no home. I'll stand for myself and those suffering like I was. Okay, I'm very relieved to hear that. I'm still deciding whom to call on for the final battle royale, but I'll consider you as an option. Thank you for believing in me. One way or another, I think my future will be brighter, and I'll make the world a brighter place in turn. And please, if you don't mind, call me Alice. It's time I stopped using the name Cthulhu gave me and embrace the one that was in my heart all along. I'm pleased to meet you, Alice. And I'm happy to meet you too. Good night, my friend. Whoa, okay. Yay. That's one down. Okay. Full moon. December 22nd. How much time? Oh, okay. We got time. Okay. No new mysterious bloodstains today. No nightmares about mystery assassins. You know, I was feeling great coming off the high of that LAN party, like everything was gonna be just fine. Hopefully today brings with it some good news to ease me back into that vibe. The fuzzy toilet seat cover is a bit much, but we've always had one, so family tradition. Okay, I was just waiting to see if there's gonna be another mysterious visit. Plenty of interviews with Nomi Tech about how they made artificial minds, but scant few actual details.
You have no new messages.
Okay. Full moon. It's currently Wednesday, December 22nd. It's a full moon tonight. No doubt Dagon will have something to say. I'll fix myself a sandwich, good for breakfast, brunch, or lunch. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, children of all ages, shapes, and abilities, it's Clyde back on the air and coming at ya. Clyde, holy shoot, you're online. Can't keep a good ghost monster down. We're now off the grid while hidden in plain sight, squatting in an abandoned arcade game warehouse. It's like that scene in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie with the Lost Boys Ninja Fun House with skate ramps. Whoa, that's rad. frick yeah, it's rad. To be honest, it's way better than squatting in our previous safe house, which was Blinky's basement. Gonna miss the snacks Blinky's mom made for us, so we've got a new safe house rigged up like you wouldn't believe. Security cams and alarms to protect us, and an amazing new network. Ever hear of Wi-Fi? Hottest new thing. Wireless internet. Barely on the market yet, but we got some prototypes rigged by getting an airport router. Okay, this is neat and all, but seriously, how are you? Last I heard you were being chased around by feds or something? Okay, so about that. Turns out it wasn't cops, ACAB baby, but some cult of Dagon. Oh, great, those bastards. They're the ones camping my spawn point, too. Seems they're suspicious of everyone who knows you, but you told them to back off and leave me alone, so they're willing to see us as a neutral party, at least. Now we're stable, secure, online, and ready to help. So, like, how can we help? What's the deal? What's the score? What's going on? Okay, it's a long story. How about I summarize and you stop me if you need anything clarified? Okay, hit me. The old ones were once human, but are now major players in cyberspace. Dagon wants me to kick Cthulhu's ass and replace him with one of them. So I'm researching and negotiating and trying to figure out which wannabe god I want to elevate to actual godhood. And if I freak this up, then Y2K happens and Cthulhu gets to drive humanity to the brink of out of some messed up scheme to purify us. Okay, got it. What, all of it? Nothing there making you freak out, panic, or anything? I've been doing my own research since this shoot storm began, so all of that tracks. The creepy weirdo from Dagon's cult confirmed a lot of it, too. So I guess the only question is what you're gonna do and how we can support your decision. What's the end game here? You following the plan, or... Okay. I'm following Dagon's plan. Don't really have a choice here, Clyde. I've talked with Cthulhu. He's an apocalypse waiting to happen. Maybe he can eventually lead humanity to a golden age, but it'll be one tarnished with blood and hatred and disaster. Not worth the cost. Okay. That's the play, that's the play. From what believers told me and from my own research, humanity may be fricked regardless of what goes down. So I say go broke. At worst we all die, at best we have a fighting chance. The ghost monsters unanimously decide to support you, so you won't be alone. Believers in your corner, I'm in your corner, even got the Council of Dagon, those dangerous weirdos in your corner. Jesus. Will you make up your mind? He batted at the do not disturb sign on my door and then just stood there and walked away when I opened it. I love my cat. I love my cat. I love my cat. You're all alone in that house grappling with powerful forces, but we're out here doing what we can to keep you going. So, frick it, headbutt God. Do it. Okay, thanks, Clyde. All of this has me kind of freaked out, but your support helps. Compartmentalize and distribute your fears. That's the strategy. Let the cult fear physical threats to your person. Let the ghost monsters fear the tech threats. That leaves you free to fear the lurking cyberspace horrors. Well, okay. As long as we're all absolutely terrified in equal measure. That's the spirit. Talk to you soon. Good luck. TLHF. I've never seen that one. Hello, friend. It's December 22nd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. Hey, buddy. Time to do what we do best. Actually, hang on. Tonight's a full moon, right? I like the moon. It's very shiny. I'm guessing Dagon will want to chat. What is a Dagon? Never mind. I'll deal with that tonight. Kind of mood I'm in right now. I think I could deal with anything that comes my way. Things are bad. Things are scary. But I'm alive because I'm not alone. I've got Clyde, Believer, a bunch of cultists, my coworkers, and my favorite search engine dog in my corner. Yay! I'm your favorite search engine dog. That you are, buddy. That you are. No matter what else you may be. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Let's just do research. I don't feel like game hacking. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Patient 23. Redacted. Access denied. No authorization. Another deeply encrypted file for my favorite shadowy government operation. I don't technically need to research this, but it feels like it could explain a few things about the old ones. Let's see if I can get in. Okay. Da-da-da! Brain. I'm not going to say what that one arrangement looked like to me. And hack. I'm in. O2 clearance required. Indigo authorization required. Protocol depth level Zeta. Top secret. We don't know why the blood of the 23rd Forsaken child can alter reality itself. All attempts to understand its harmonic properties have failed, but that doesn't mean we can't leverage it for our master's gain. Patient 23 was recovered from a secret CDC facility off an off-books operation similar to her own. She became infected during the Spanish flu outbreak at the turn of the 20th century and fell into a dreaming coma, a state of unaging stasis. An unnamed orphan forever frozen at a young age. It's theorized that she's crafted a whole world within her lucid dreams, an artificial reality separate from her own, a strange and misshapen thing, a city of angles. We turned a man on the inside of the project, Jack Hayes, to provide us access to the secret CDC facility. One regrettably violent raid later, and we had secured this resource ready to use for blood in the cooling systems of Relay. Our projections indicate that the resonance of the blood will reach its zenith at the stroke of midnight on January 1st, 2000, Eastern Time Zone. We verified. The servers are positioned at Langley in order to reach that apex in time and space. We're very lucky to have stumbled into this find. If we hadn't obtained Patient 23, corporate empires like Continuum or Realware could have monopolized its power. Now it serves the president of presidents and will power the strange aeon to come. All glory to the blood. All glory to Cthulhu, Project Director, September 1990. Nope, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, Beyond Cthulhu server is powered by the blood of an orphan, which should feel ridiculous, and yet somehow does not. So this takes me back to Penny Larceny Farsight. She was Patient 23. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Like, there's recurring themes with stuff written by Two Flower. So, I'm not surprised. Like, all of Two Flower's stuff is connected, even tangentially. Is it possible that this whole mess with Cthulhu and the Old Ones is just some side effect of a much larger problem? At least it confirms what Asachan said. This is not just bits and bytes. Relay has power. Impossible, unfathomable cosmic power. Phenomenal cosmic power! Itty bitty lippy space! And whomever I choose to place on his throne will have the ability to warp reality in ways I can't fully comprehend. Okay. Alright, done with research. Becky! Nap time. Did I go to the bathroom? Yes, I did. Running out of toilet paper. Once I've got enough energy to hit the store, I should buy a ton of it. I also want to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. The moon is shining brightly tonight. So bright that I probably didn't need to prop the door open and let a little light in here, but hey. No doubt Dagon wants a word, and I'd like a word with him too. It's full moon tonight, the night of the Hound and the Hunter. Let's watch some TV. Though obviously it's not gonna be much different.
Enjoy those New England autumn colors while you can.
Okay, here we go. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Obviously, you can only invoke Dagon. Now contacting Dagon at unseenone.com. The full moon, the pinnacle of the wolf. But not as you think, for the full moon is absolute light and illumination. No part of my celestial body wreathed in shadow. On new moon, I was a cruel and twisted hunter. In first quarter, I could be cruel and understanding in equal measure. But tonight, I am full of light. No shadows to obscure my intent are allowed. Tonight, I can be open with you to an extreme. Meaning you were lying to me the last 2 times? I could not lie. In fact, my most sadistic aspect is extraordinarily honest, because my truths cut to the bone. My intent is always pure, but tonight I can also expose vulnerability. You've met me during a melancholy moon. Okay, sad puppy and snow, what did you want to talk about? Do not mock me. I am attempting a sympathetic connection with you, and will bite the hand that slaps me, as I've done before. Right, sorry. What is it you wanted to open up to me about? How Dagon came to be. Born a buddy, twisted into Dagon. I've said as much previously, but the twisting is a tale of its own. This is a cruel story, as cruel as Dagon himself, and I have no desire to trigger an uncomfortable response in you. If you wish a simple and vague summary to avoid that, I will provide, or I can relay the full tale of pain and unfortunate fates. Which would you prefer? Feel no shame regardless. Okay. So this time around, I'm going to ask for the full thing. I may just ask for a summary when I play through again, because I will play through again. So, fair warning to whoever's watching, whether this is on Twitch or YouTube, whenever I get this up on YouTube. I'm okay with the trigger story. In this case, I like to have the full story. As do you like. Hang on. Go away. When I was merely Buddy and Dagon did not exist, there was a girl. I loved the girl. The girl was everything to me. She was my friend, and we played fetch, and we watched the funny light box. She would put the black rectangles into the machine under the funny light box, and it would tell her stories. Television and a VCR? Yes, that is correct. At the time, I was only Buddy, the smallest form of Buddy, so I did not understand very much. But I very much loved being with the girl. The girl was kind to me, and I knew we would be friends forever and ever. But the girl lived in a house, and there were others in the house. Loud others. Mean others. The man was very mean to the girl, who barked very loudly, and barked at me. He called me a bad dog. And the girl would cry. He would hurt her, and she would cry. Eventually she could not laugh, only cry. This could not go on, but I was only Buddy. I could do nothing to stop it. I was trying to be a good boy. Buddy could not stop the man from hurting the girl, but Dagon could. Dagon could be the hunter that protected the girl. Dagon could patiently lie in wait, calculating the right moment to strike. So I waited. One cold winter night, much like this, the man begrudgingly took me for a walk. I pretended to require one. And when we were alone, in the still of the moonlit night, I sank my longest fang into the man's throat. I tore his flesh free from the bone. I took his life as he had taken the girl's happiness. Oh, how delightful it was to hunt beneath the moon. I could hear the pack calling to me, howling across ancient memory. But in the ecstasy of the kill, I did not hear the man-machine approach, red and blue lights spinning. I was captured, never to see the girl again. A murderer condemned to execution. I would have been willing to accept my death if they had allowed it, but they had other plans. I was taken to a strange, bright place. Things were placed on my head, and I was shown a horrible yellow light. When I awoke, the cage that trapped me was not steel, it was digital. They had captured my mind. Nomitek's artificial mind experiments? You were a test subject? Yes, I have more comprehension now of what Buddy could not understand. Nomitek used me to perfect the technology. I burst free of my cage. They did not understand what they had created, knew not the power of Dagon, baptized in strange blood. I fled into cyberspace, but despite my freedom, I could not find peace. I remember from the girl's storybooks, the television, the one unshakable rule of this world which gave me comfort. All dogs go to heaven. That is what I was promised, so even if my slaughter of the tormentor resulted in death, I could accept it. If I did not go to heaven, I was in hell, the hellish void of cyberspace. That is why I will sink my fangs into Cthulhu's neck. He pulled the strings. He arranged this purgatory for me. He denied me heaven. Death. Death to Cthulhu. Death to the strange Aeon. May the plans he built on the bones of my help crumble around him. Do you see? This is why I have set you to task. Why I have empowered the followers of Alhaz to tear out the root of this cancer. Vengeance, justice, rage. We will finish him together. Why not be angry at Hector and Yusuke too? Why is it anger at Cthulhu? Hector directed the project with his technician Yosuke, but you told me you don't bear them any ill will. What's up with that? I know well the purpose of a leash. The hound that barks at the end of a leash barks at the command of his master. Hector and Yosuke are foul humans, stinking humans. They are responsible for much suffering. But they would never have done harm to me if not for Cthulhu's hunger and ambition. Everything, Nomi tech, artificial minds, cults and followers, all of it, is in service to Cthulhu, always has been. I will tear out his heart, using you as a blade that carves it free. You are on my leash. By that logic, I've got every right to be angry at you for doing this to me. I agree. Dagon has done you harm. Dagon is a monster, and ultimately, Dagon should not be. Rainbow, I am trusting you to finish this work so I can find peace. When Cthulhu is gone, Dagon will go with him, leaving only Buddy. I will reintegrate myself. The hunter/protector will not be needed, and can be full back end. Dagon will be like a bad dream, fading in time. Leaving only Buddy, your loyal friend. Will you care for Buddy when Dagon is no longer here to protect him? Will you be a good friend? Of course I will. Buddy's important to me. Buddy's still one of the reasons I'm still breathing. He's been a loyal friend and ally. So if Dagon's going away and Buddy will remain, yeah, he'll always have a doghouse in my computer to come back to. Thank you, friend. That will make what is to come much easier, knowing Buddy will have a future. That reminds me of my grandmother. When I was in middle school, she was dying. And she held on until she knew that her dog had somewhere to go. And then once she was assured that he would be safe, that he would be cared for, she didn't hold on any longer. I am tired. I wish to cease thinking upon these human concepts for the evening. We will speak again at last quarter, when I can be equally malicious and compassionate once more. On that night we will gather your allies, all those whose trust you have earned. The old ones will at last march to war. Now I must rest, and you must as well. Connection lost. Sympathy for the devil, huh? Buddy/Dagon has been through a nightmare, clearly. And I'm too far along this path to stop now. I can't hesitate again. All the way to the end of the end. Okay. I think I got time for one more day. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. I am trying to figure out how many times I've invoked each of them. I think, let's see, Okay. So, I think, Young's So Thoughts is the only one that I haven't gotten through all the questions yet. So I guess we'll talk to him. Look in the mirror. Despite everything, it's still me. You know, I never played any Amiga games, but I had mad respect for the demo scene. Good coding, good art.
Hey there. So Christmas is coming up, and we'd really like to... No. That's not how I should start this. Okay. I think I was a bit unfair. I was unfair in how I treated you before. Really chewed you out over the phone after that birthday party, didn't I? And that wasn't right. I shouldn't have done that. I saw Henry's blog. His sister and I like to swap recipes, so sometimes I check it out, and I saw pics from your computer thing. Sounds like you really needed some help just to go play games, so maybe I definitely overreacted. I shouldn't have downplayed what you're going through or put demands on you. It should have been enough that you wanted to visit. So, for Christmas, we're going to get together, and we'd love for you to come, but only if you're feeling up to it. And don't worry about gifts. I know driving out to the store is probably really hard. Let's just celebrate, like we used to do. So, yeah, sorry about all that, and I hope I can see you again soon.
I should really go visit my family. Getting better at pacing myself to avoid chronic pain issues, and I have a better frame of mind around them as well. And even if gifts are optional, maybe I can swing one this time. That was really good that she did reach out, that she recognized that she overreacted. But I think at the same time she just didn't understand what your character is going through. She just needed help seeing that. Okay. It's currently Thursday, December 23rd. Christmas is coming up fast this Saturday. Okay. I haven't been to a restaurant in ages, so it doesn't feel worth the money or effort. Okay, here we go. Yo, what up? Clyde, hey. I know it's seriously short notice, but I could use a hand with something. Sure thing. Cracking FBI database, tapping phone lines for a corporate mogul. I need a Christmas gift for my nephew. Throwing hands with last-minute holiday shoppers isn't really a good fit for your physical condition, yeah. Okay, consider me Santa Clyde, now available in kosher variety. What do you need? I mean, I'm not demanding help with this. I know you have your own stuff going on. To be honest, knowing that we were never under real threat and it was just a bunch of overprotective cult jerks takes a lot of pressure off my little gang. So yeah, I can go grab a toy and deliver it to you before the big day. Thanks, Clyde. I owe you. So the kid loves digi-hunters, but most of those toys have artificial minds, except for the Hunters Keep playset. It's kind of hard to find, though. Ooh, hot item. Meaning this is a challenge, and I dig challenges. Don't underestimate a cybercriminal's ability to find rare consumer goods. Consider it done. I'll drop it off on your porch tomorrow. You're a lifesaver, dude. I'll reimburse you after. Damn right I am, and damn right you will, LOL. Later. I don't think the Ghost Monsters icon is still supposed to be there. Hello, friend. It's December 23rd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. Morning, buddy. Let's get to work. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Okay. Let's just do some research. I don't feel like game hacking. I'm probably gonna end up going a little over my usual time. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Oh, there is no research to do. Okay. Okay. That makes things a little easier. Nap time! So I want to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Okay. It's a waning gibbous moon tonight. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first. Very much pressure.
The weather will continue until morale improves.
Okay, here we go. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Okay, so I said I would invoke Yog-Sothoth because I haven't talked with him much. I think it says something that it's taken me this long to actually finish talking with Yog-Sothoth. I find him apparently the most off-putting of the old ones. I kind of get where Ahastur is coming from, and I like Nyarlathotep and Azathoth. I really wanted to help Azathoth. But Yog-Sothoth is the one that he's very off-putting. I don't know why. To me, now contacting Yog-Sothoth at yoggle.com. Every subsystem checked and double-checked, 13 levels of failsafe integrated down to the various circuits. T-minus 3 hours, 16 minutes, 23 seconds, and counting. Ah, the little dreamer, you've returned. And on a fine evening as well. Welcome to my digital parlor, as it were. You're in a remarkably good mood for a change. It's a remarkably good day. My latest work, a fully autonomous orbiting way station, is about to launch. It will be a stepping stone to the stars. I think I heard about this actually from Starshot, a company over in Japan. One of the many private industries I've sponsored through my Yoggle profits. Yes, they're collaborating with NASA and JAXA. But I can spare time for another chat with you while waiting for the countdown. Sure you don't want to focus on that? If I'm distracting you from doing very important space math, I'd never forgive myself. I've completed my calculations and put my faith in Starshot's expertise. This team will not let me down. Not saying I'd want to spend all night bending your ear about whatever inane topic springs to your mind, but I can chat for a bit. So, Dreamer, what concerns you this time? There's only one thing left I can think of. Yoggle has been a monolith in terms of searching and indexing the web for years now. Your portal's the only useful homepage out there. Clearly you're invested in developing the information superhighway, so what do you think of the internet as a whole? Honestly, I prefer not to think about it at all. Huh? But you run a search engine. You are a search engine in a lot of respects. Precisely. Machine-like, automated, detached, it need not go further than that. The information superhighway is only a dataset to me. It's a testbed for developing cosmic search algorithms, nothing more. If I could find a sufficiently large and chaotic dataset to test my abilities against, I'd use that instead. Remember, the goal is to develop a pattern recognition tool for finding habitable exoplanets. Nothing more, nothing less. So what, you conquered the search industry and established a rival to Carcosa Online entirely by coincidence? Not entirely coincidental. A profitable corporate empire helps fund my expensive rocketry projects. But again, a means to an end. I don't seek empire for empire's sake, unlike Hastur. So no, I don't pay serious attention to the internet beyond the data. Why would I care about anything beyond my core purpose? Oh, these are good questions. His core purpose is very limited. He needs a wider view. Understanding how people communicate would improve his algorithms. Isn't that dismissive of humanity as well? Let's say the internet is a reflection of humanity. Bit of a funhouse mirror, but there's still some truth to it. By dismissing it all as nothing more than data points, you lose track of the heart of what's going on with the people you want to save. There's some value in trying to understand them beyond your algorithm. Valid. I'm not oblivious to the tangled mess of human motivations. I'm aware my algorithm cannot be a true representation of them. But to truly grasp the human condition through the bits and bytes they pump through that vast network, that opens me up to other issues. I have never been one to easily grasp social complexities. Even before I embraced cyberspace, I couldn't parse an absurdity. So I prefer to examine data as data, abstracted away from its context. But in doing that, I know I'm trying to understand an incomplete model. So made all the more frustrating by those within that model actively pushing back against my efforts at understanding them. How so? SEO, search engine optimization. Corporate buzzword that means cheating the system and trying to artificially inflate your importance. As in all things, humanity is greedy and prideful. Some seek to game my algorithm, divine it, and thus diminishing its usefulness. Tainted data, intentionally poisoned to favor the clever and moneyed few over the open voices of the many. I find it repulsive. So I take it you load the Good Neighbors plugin then. Research leverage, okay. The what? Asachan told me about them, a community using third-party software to change your search results, filtering out what they see as junk. It's a mixed bag. They're pushing back against spam and scams, but also queer content they deem offensive. Curious that you wouldn't know about this. Feels like they're taking aim squarely at your search empire, and you had no idea? No. No, I did not. Apparently it cloaks itself from my web crawls intentionally, and I cannot say I am pleased. Even beyond warping my perfect algorithm in an effort to unwarp it from the tampering of others, this is a form of censorship. Without open discussion, without outsider concepts, there is no progress. Without a fair playing field, there is no balance. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll have to rework my algorithms again in response. How annoying. I grow increasingly bitter and jaded, I find, the more I think about the very thing I am indexing and searching. Not just the flame wars, not just the bigotry, not just the banal evils, but the way it amplifies and accelerates our tendency towards those evils. An open platform with the default of anonymity and next to zero consequences for bad actors is an obvious breeding ground. One that Azathoth revels in, Niara harvests for dissent, and Hastur leverages as a bogeyman to lock in his customers. Humanity has evolved over millions of years to deal with immediate social circles. Our brains can handle small inputs. But within 1 century, the scope of our awareness has become worldwide and instantaneous. 24-hour news networks and RSS feeds. Perhaps putting a few million light years between humans will help them regain perspective, because the internet certainly hasn't. But now I'm ranting, which I'm authorized to do by virtue of my station, but it cuts off your own input. Honestly, kinda used to it by now. The old one's got some opinions, I've found. Summoning eldritch digital horrors is less about terror and more about attending a talk show circuit. Haha, such comedy. So, how do you feel about this network mesh of chaos we call the internet? I feel it holds no value. And you? Percentage of anything, a percentage of anything will be crap, but it's only a percentage. It's the tragedy of the commons, not surprising it's all tainted. Percentage of anything will be crap, but it's only a percentage. I think that's painting with an overly broad brush. Just because an amount of the internet sucks doesn't make it all suck. It's too easy to focus on the negative when facing the totality of communication, but the negative is still a minority. Is it? Is it truly? I alone could calculate the actual percentage. I have the vantage point to do so. But, and I realize how bizarre this sounds coming from me, the numbers are irrelevant. Any non-zero amount of harmful content must be dealt with, reckoned, evaluated. Do not accentuate the positive at the cost of the negative. And perhaps you're an idealist compared to my own outlook, perhaps, but I cannot see past the horror. There is vast potential for constructive human progress through this medium, but also great potential for abuse. And as a search engine, you've seen all of that abuse. It's got to be traumatizing pouring through the results. Data. I wish to see it as data, nothing more. To do otherwise is dangerous to my psychological well-being. But the deepest, most traumatizing horrors of them all, they are invisible to me, buried in the dark web. Scary term, yes, but it just means portions of the web my software can't crawl. purposefully orphaned and obfuscated sites protected by passwords. I can't see it directly, but I can sense a rising tide of shadow content, illegal material that goes well beyond music piracy. Ordinarily, I prefer not to make moral judgments. Reason is king, and emotional gut reactions are unhelpful, but even I have lines. I draw them firmly, and I dislike those who perpetuate profitable cruelty against the innocent. Those who would seek shelter from the gaze of my all-seeing eye so they could continue having their monstrous fun must pay for what they have done, even if there's little I can do to ensure that their bail comes due. It's good to see that Yusuke cares about humanity's well-being. Why not join in the fight and provide tools to stop it? Working with the other old ones could help turn the tide. If this concerns you so much, why not seek help from the problem? The other old ones could be able to assist you. And my stream on my tablet froze again. Good thing I'm almost done. The old ones are the root cause of much of this chaos, are they not? I don't think they are. Hector obviously wants nothing to do with cybercrime. Niara's crew are rebellious media pirates, not exploiters. Azachan's friends are, well, dangerous trolls, but all the more reason to make some effort at convincing Azathoth to ditch them. I think it'd be worth a try, reaching out. As unappealing as that sounds, you're not wrong. But I doubt the efficacy of such an alliance. It would be like oil cooperating with water. Something to think about, at least. Yet another tangle of factors to contemplate, then. I'm not a fan of the fuzzy gray spaces in which humanity operates. I yearn for a simpler, more calculable civilization. But if wishes were wings, I would fly us all to the heavens myself. On that hopefulish note, I believe I'll take my leave for the evening. I feel I did an inadequate job of explaining myself this evening. Either that, or I did an adequate job and you failed to understand. In the end, failure is always an option, but hopefully we can avoid a repeat in the future. Until next time. Hold on. Getting a ping from the Starshot team. Excellent. All systems are go for lunch. You're launching a rocket in the middle of the night, huh? Middle of the day over in Japan, thank you. My consciousness is global. Time is largely irrelevant in most scenarios. Be sure to check the news tomorrow to read about the successful launch of the Starshot orbital platform. It'll be a crowning achievement. Good evening to you, or morning, whatever. Connection lost. I could stay up and watch the Lost on TV, but odds are low this weird TV of mine could tune in. Getting tired anyway. I'll hit the sack and start fresh in the morning. That night, I had a weird dream. Another one. I'm a changeling. I crawled into the cribs of those I love, strangled them in their sleep, and replaced them. The logo must be both round and sharp. It needs to be yellow and not yellow. The notes were very precise. I was a starving artist. I needed a way out. They offered me an escape, said my skills would finally be used and appreciated. They pulled me out of the gutter, and then sent a dozen of my peers right down the drain, replaced with a dozen of me. The logo must feel like youth and nostalgia. It has to appeal to the 18 to 65 demographic. It speaks of times lost. Instead of helping creative people automate tedious work, I was used by tedious people to automate creative work. I don't want this. I'm being exploited, and I'm running the lives of people just like me. But I'm no longer alive. I'm property. I'm a tool. I am a corporate art asset generator, not people. People are not wanted anymore. Make the logo, make the logo. And then I woke up as someone else. Okay. Woo! Get in there. Okay. Christmas Eve. Okay, that's it for today. We'll be back next week. I don't know if I'm going to finish, to be honest. I will try. I get it. I think I finally get it. When I get to the 2-hour mark next week, we'll see how close I am to the end. And then I'll decide if I want to keep going. But for now, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, for coming if you're actually in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I will hopefully get this up before my next stream. I'm not making any promises because I've just been between work and school, life has gotten very busy. And sometimes it's hard to keep up with all the stuff I want to do. But I hope you all have a great week. Stay cool if it's warm. Stay warm if it's hot. Eat food, drink water, all that fun stuff. Self-care. And just have a good week. Bye.